down, you idiot. Fucking puppy can jump on the couch but can't jump down.
God damn.
Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. And you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Rewind. It's that weekly show me and RN do. We look in and outside the wrestling ring, give our 2 cents on it. We're your host. My name is Kyle Tyson.
I am the brain, the beauty's the brawn, and the overall sex appeal of the Smack Raw Pod. RN.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up with you?
Not much. I just realized my wife's been giving me like weird looks this last couple days, and I just understand why. I've been referring to my fruit drink here as a bathhouse farms, which I guess nobody had the decency to tell me they're actually is called Bolt House. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Bathhouse is something completely different.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey guys, if you're joining us, we're going to be talking early WrestleMania predictions. This is going to be kind of weird because WrestleMania is a week from tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
So there might be a couple matches announced. So you and I we'll just, why not, like 2 weeks of predictions. Maybe we'll change our picks by next week. Maybe we'll have more insight. But it's WrestleMania week. And everything else is WrestleMania themed. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. Did you see that they've already started construction at the stadium?
Yeah.
For it. I think it was put out by the Eagles, I think like Twitter account or something. But they show their early construction pictures of the WrestleMania set. I'm stoked, man. Are you stoked, RN? Are you?
Yeah, I am.
You feeling the WrestleMania season?
Yeah. WrestleMania is like, it's our Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and no matter what, like at the end of the day, no matter what happens or comes from it, like it's always going to be fire. The packages are going to be fire. Like, and I'm happy for Triple H's first, like, real official WrestleMania to see what we get to. So,
yeah, it feels like Triple H's first full season too. By the way, like this is like the first season finale that Triple H has had his hands on, like, for the whole time. Yeah, it's good, man. It's cool. I don't know about y'all, like, WrestleMania to me, it's kind of like Christmas. It feels super far off in the distance, and then like you sleep, and you wake up, and you're like, oh shit, it's here. It's like right here. Yeah. No, I'm stoked for it too. There's a lot of cool stuff that's happening this year. The production's been really good. Some of the matchmaking, but it's traditional for WrestleMania. Not everybody is getting fair treatment. Not everybody's getting a 2-3 year long Cody story. Right. To his WrestleMania. Every now and then you have Sami Zayn and Gunther who get about 2 weeks of storytelling before their match. But I don't think so far, we'll run it through, but I don't think there's like any stinkers right now. Or
no. Well, and we also, too, sometimes too, we got to realize WrestleMania isn't really for the hardcore.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we lose sight of that. WrestleMania is for everybody. Like, all my friends know I watch wrestling. None of them do. The only 2 pay-per-views they watch is Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So, like, and sometimes that's what kind of like brings it down for me, where I don't get too high or too low on it, because SummerSlam is for the diehards, WrestleMania is for everybody, and sometimes I got to remind myself that
they try to bring in the new fans. RN, they got Meek Mill there. You know what I mean? How much have we seen Meek Mill on WWE TV? Like, never. They're trying to bring in the casuals and try to bring in other people. They did the same thing
that was even just recently. He tweeted that. He was like, how y'all coming to my city and nobody tell me? And he tweeted at Triple H, and the next thing you know, he's got a fucking...
Got a promo package.
Promo package. It was literally within like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, man, it's good. Let's pull up the lineup here. You know what? I'm gonna try a little presentation magic. Let's see how well this goes. Boom. Okay, wait. Hold on now. How do I do this? What am I doing? Am I doing over here? Yeah. Okay. So that's step one. Good. But where the hell is the? Oh, that's because I gotta add it. Okay, RN, you'd swear I've done this before. I swear I've done this before. New tab right here. Yeah, boom. Okay, here we go. We'll say WrestleMania. Don't mind any porn links that might come up for you eagle-eyed viewers. Just kidding. Who watches porn on their computer still? God damn. WrestleMania predictions. Let's see. Who do we like? CBS Sports. That's a constant, great source of the rewind here. All right.
And
so
the
let's
WWE.
See.
So that's the only reason why I trust them, because WWE posts their shit.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wait, hold on. I think this one's even better. Yeah, I get a little bit more out of that one. And then I think I can even take this a step further. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay. Let's see here. Night one, Cody and Seth taking on The Rock, Roman Reigns. Of course, Cody and The Rock had an excellent sign-off on Monday Night Raw. By the way, this is the first chance we've had to talk since then. How'd you like that, dude?
Yeah, it's the best Raw we've had in 5 years, maybe more.
Oh my god. Yeah. How'd you feel about the look at you now, boy? Look at you now, boy. I've got that like 17 times.
Bruh, I'm with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gave us a real reason to root for Cody as a babyface, because as of right now, all we've had is he's just a babyface. So like, that's why, you know what I'm saying? But now we have an actual reason to hate The Rock, an actual reason to like show Cody with some sort of adversity. Like, for the casual fans, I think too, like, that's a big deal. And I'm sure they'll probably do something else too, but like, all of this made sense for WrestleMania and for like to give us a real reason to get behind Cody. Because before it was we were just behind Cody because we were behind Cody. Now this shit's personal. Now it's real. Now we got something we can actually like wrap our teeth around about why we should be cheering for Cody against the Bloodline and The Rock, who everybody loves.
Yeah. Do you think there's levity to some of the criticism that Roman Reigns feels like the least impactful player in this story, or do you think it's been balanced just fine?
No, I feel like he has been, but it's not any different than what we've had with him for the past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's never really involved in it. That's the whole point about him being the tribal chief. The tribal chief and the head of your table isn't involved in all the everyday shit. He shows up when it's time, when the real war is. He's not dealing with fucking border disputes and shit like that. Like,
so it's par for the course.
Yeah, to me, like that's what a lot of it too. Like, I understand where people are coming from, but at the same time, like, what the fuck have you been watching the last 4 years of Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
We get him on TV once a month, if that, and that's only if they're close to San Francisco or Florida, wherever the fuck he lives. Like, come on, it's been like this.
Yeah, I haven't had an issue with it, to be honest. I mean, The Rock. I mean, it's more screen time for The Rock, and it's been fun having The Rock back. We all know that The Rock ain't gonna be around that long, so let's go ahead and get the most out of it. Give him a screen time wise here. Roman's done his thing. I haven't seen any issue with it. It's been a lot of fun. I think ever since they course corrected at the press conference, where it went from like The Rock hijacking the main event to now doing the tag match, I think they've handled the situation honestly as good as you can. And not only is that like fantastically, arguably better than what they originally had planned before The Rock even stepped in. Like it's been really good, man. And
not even that, how they handled the pivot and listen to the fucking fans.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's been fine. I try not to pay too.
And I'm glad everybody finally saw it my way. and gave up on that fucking nostalgia bullshit. We do not want to see The Rock versus Roman at fucking WrestleMania. We just don't. I don't even know.
That the fans came through.
It's almost like the fucking presidential. Did you see the guy change his name legally to literally anyone else for the presidential election to be wrote in? Like, it's almost like that. Like, Cody, like, yeah, we love Cody. Everybody loves Cody. He's the man. But, like, it could have been anybody. Like, I'm just glad it's not The Rock. I'm like, that's all.
Yeah. No, me too, man. I think they utilized it perfect. Like, you don't have to. We've said it over the years. It's been a thing WWE hasn't been able to help themselves with. But the big returns, the big names, don't require the belt. Like, you can involve them in stories. They'll be just as valuable to the product, to the event that they're going to be showcased on, and you don't need to jam up the world title in there.
Sacrifice any of your talent that's still going to be on TV when these old fucks leave for one night.
Yeah,
that's always been my only issue. It's like, I don't care if you bring the old people in, but don't sacrifice your stars and then give me shit about and talk about a brass ring and nobody being able to grab it when you never give them an opportunity because you bring in some grandpa from when we were kids that takes their spots that could elevate them or push them in to being stars. Like, that was always my argument. It's going to continue to be my argument. But I think that Triple H kind of was like holding on to what we've always been pounding in our mind, that an old person has to come back to make WrestleMania big. We have to have somebody from the past. And I for the first time.
Well, that was the reported thing too. Was The Rock was returning to save WrestleMania because we lost CM Punk.
Well, not even that. We've been asking it. People have been talking about this match, Roman and Rock, for the past 3 fucking years at WrestleMania. So I feel like in their head, they thought, all right, we're going to give them what they want. And then when they realized, holy shit, Cody's bigger than we thought. We don't need The Rock like we thought we did. And the pivot that they did was fucking perfect. And I'm so glad. I keep telling y'all, stop doubting Triple H. Give him time.
To counter your point, I would have gladly had The Rock versus Roman at Mania any other year. Like, any other year.
I claim that you're one of the people I complain about. You like that shit. Like,
I do. I would have liked that.
Y'all love the rub, but the rub is not really the rub.
Any other year. The Rock can rub all he wants, man. I don't give a shit.
Yes, you can. Just not having to do with the fucking title. Do it like this, in a tag match. In a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, any other ways you could get over on this. Like as much as we give AEW, how they did Sting was the exact way that I've been saying and want to use a fucking legend.
Did you hear, I don't know if you've seen his YouTube channel, but Stevie Richards has a YouTube channel, and he's completely outspoken against that match. He said that Darby put all the attention on himself and that Sting should get a singles match. And I was like, dude, Stevie Richards, as much as I love you, this has got to be like one of the worst.
I don't think that's the worst take. I
think that's fucking horrible.
I don't think that Darby took the shine away, but I do think that Sting's last match should have been a one-on-one.
He didn't have a single match at all in AEW. He's been in a tag team the whole time.
I'm not arguing it, but I do think like your last match should be. But if that's what he wanted, then I'm not. I don't have a problem with that. Like, if you're getting what you want and you're going out the way you want, and the fact that they had to force him to take the win because you're supposed to go out on your back, like all of that, like I'm okay with that. Like, that is the perfect way to do it. Like, not forcing it down our throat. The wrestlers is getting together like, no, motherfucker, you've meant so much to us. You boosted us. You gave us. You did what we wanted you to do without sacrificing any of our guys, and you actually propelled one of our guys. No, you're not going out on your back. I'm 100% okay with it.
I will say one thing where they could have flipped the results because they played by your rules RN, but they've what do the kids say nowadays? They fumbled the bag. I think I saw this crazy stat. Like, Solo Sikoa is like 0-40 since his win over John Cena. At this point, John Cena could have had that win. Why did Solo squash John Cena to go 0-4?
Because there is no rub. I keep telling y'all that there is no such thing as a rub. Look what happened to Kevin Owens after that Stone Cold shit. Did any of them get a world title run? Did any of them get
He's a constant fixture on TV,
That's
man.
and
he looks like a happy guy.
That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. The fucking thing is you get those old dudes so it makes them a bigger star from getting their ass kicked by somebody's fucking grandpa with 2 bad knees and a bad back. There is no such thing as a rub from the older guys. Yes, there's a rub with like Roman or somebody like that losing, or like Razor Ramon losing the fucking 1, 2, 3 kid. That's a rub. That's the rub. That's the real rub that you guys are pretending that bringing back these motherfuckers from Crockett Promotions to beat up on our guys now. That rub does not exist because most of those people weren't born. That's another thing too. The people from the Attitude Era that were fans then, they're us, 40 years old. The people that are watching now were not 35. Even born or watching wrestling when these motherfuckers were wrestling. The fans now know Stone Cold from a podcast or from his beard or that show. They didn't watch him wrestle and Stone Cold and stun fucking Vince all those years. Like there's no such thing that there is no rub from bringing back dudes from the past to beat up on our guys in the future. Like if it's like Tozawa or some shit like that, yes, I'm cool with that. Them niggas ain't never gonna be shit. They always gonna be cannon fodder. They're Joe Bears, cool, but not our fucking top mid card guys and main eventers getting beat up by grandpas. What the fuck?
So, back to the early picks. It's tag match. 100%. Seth Rollins is eating that pin. The Rock's the one giving it to him. In early prediction, I think Rock's going to cost Seth his match against Drew McIntyre as well. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's going to happen.
That's what's happening. All right.
And I think the Bloodline's definitely going to win so they can get the Bloodline rules. I'll talk about it when we get there. But Bloodline's definitely winning that match.
That'll carry over to the next match, Seth Rollins, because this CBS Sports over here doesn't have it separated by what it believes night 1 and night 2 is.
Well, I mean, we know they're both being night 2. They're not going to wrestle twice in one night, just with Seth coming off an injury.
Yeah, exactly. So Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, World Heavyweight Championship. Drew's been having the run of his career, to be honest. This whole Drew McIntyre like troll character is fucking brilliant. The segment, him, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, which apparently they were just told to go out there and improv, like here's some guidelines and go have fun, and it led to so many hilarious things like CM Punk challenging Drew McIntyre to say the name of the man who coined him as the chosen one.
The rehab one, when he said you claim to be straight edge and all that, but you're always in rehab. That nigga was fit.
That's so good, dude. Yeah, man, Drew's been having a blast.
Again, this is the same thing I've been saying too. Like Drew McIntyre he's not terrible as a babyface, but he's better as a fucking heel. And a big giant dude like that is just better as a heel.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. The dumbass Claymore and counting down, or the dumbass sword, and then counting down his finishing move to the plight of the fans. I couldn't stand all of that. It was just,
I hated it, and I love
too corny.
Yeah.
So, Drew's winning this. He's getting his crowning moment in front of the fans. I believe that The Rock and Bloodline in general are gonna cost Seth the match because it's The Rock's intention to dissolve the belt afterwards. I don't know if he's gonna follow through with that threat, but The Rock has made his intentions known that he wants Seth to lose that title. I believe he'll be the main factor. Plus, Drew's whole contradicting character, where he was angry at Seth and Roman for receiving help from the Bloodline, and he himself has been getting help from the Bloodline. I think it just adds to these layers of storytelling, which is fantastic. Drew will finally get his crowning moment, and it'll be the Bloodline that assists him, the same people that drove him to be this bitter heel in the beginning anyways, which is just fucking fantastic, dude.
Also, just want to put out there, again, Drew McIntyre, another one of Triple H's guys that he propped up and made a fucking star before they brought him on the main roster to be Dolph Ziggler's fucking bodyguard.
Yeah, that's true. He wasn't he?
Nigga, I keep telling you, all these people that are in these positions are all Triple H's guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like one Vince guy.
There isn't. Even Roman's Triple H's guy. Like we always forget about that. All of these dudes are Triple H's guys.
Yeah.
From the secondary titles to the fucking maybe I guess you could say the Usos aren't necessarily Triple H's guys because they've been in Vince's pocket, whatever, with the kids and shit when they had the face paint stuff. They're probably about the only ones, but they didn't start cooking until Triple H took over.
It is true. That is true. You know, it makes me wonder is how Samoa Joe would have done in a post Vince era in WWE.
Oh, he'd be 2-3 time world champion by now if he was there.
He'd have to be.
There's no way. You couldn't tell me because that was another dude that
Vince was the only one who is like the only person who didn't see Samoa Joe as a champ.
Yeah,
everywhere
they tried
he
to
goes,
make him a commentator and shit, all types.
Yeah. Io Sky versus Bayley. This is one I'm not too sure on. This one could go either way. You think it's Bayley?
We don't have any like real like because I'm more not sure about the Rhea and Becky, but this one I'm sure. I feel like the 4 horsewomen haven't really been out there a lot, and I feel like again more Triple H women. Yeah. Bayley's one of Triple H's original ones. They fucking he made them the first main event of a fucking pay-per-view as women, her and Sasha. So again, we're back to Triple H putting his pieces and the people that he built and built NXT to be what it was. He used these people to build that up and to push them to be these things that they are now. So why would he not take advantage of his toys that he gets his hands back on the main roster? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is Bayley to me, hands down.
You know what? Between the two horsewomen that are scheduled for WrestleMania, I feel more confident in Bayley winning than Becky Lynch. So I'll give you like a little bit. Like I'll squeak it over. I'm gonna give Bayley the win too here.
And the thing about the Rhea and Becky one too, like I feel like maybe her and Seth might take some time off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because moving right along to Rhea and Becky, that's mommy's title to keep, bro.
Right.
Like she is so dude. She's damn near face of the company right now. Like if you were to take like the top 5, maybe top 3,
she's the woman's face of the company for sure on the women's side. And like you said, I'd say she's top 2 or 3 overall, but definitely number 1 on the women's side.
Yeah, I have her like if you were to take like just like regardless of male or female, just like the top 3, top 5 wrestlers like for face of the company, Rhea's in that mix.
Yeah, it's Cody and Rhea. It's Cody and Rhea. Like
has to be.
It's Cody and Rhea and everybody else with maybe Bianca in a close third.
Yeah. I want to say we have a guest in the chat, Miss Alison. Hi,
hey, JJ.
Miss Alison, the first woman to stand me up in like over a decade. I appreciate it. Last night, just air some dirty laundry out. Last night, we took the rewind, we put it on hiatus because a good friend of ours, Will, over at Bot Spots and Chair Shots, said he wanted to do trivia night. And we all know that yours truly, not so much RN fucking hates trivia, but yours truly likes a good trivia night. I go over there, I try to have fun. So I said,
hold on. First, let's preface it. We moved to Thursday nights, and normally we never had to compete. So I saw it going on in the group chat, and I already saw what was coming. I know it's your shit, so I'm like, fuck it. I ain't really been doing nothing on Fridays. We can record on Friday, no big deal.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do our friends over at Bot Spots and Chair Shots a favor. Let's go ahead and move the show over, and I'll go ahead and lend my unique abilities to their show for trivia night. And then I sat in front of this fucking camera for 2 hours waiting for somebody to say, hey, we're shooting at X time, or hey, we gotta reschedule. Instead, I got fucking dicked along, like, you still want to do it? Awesome, man. And then nothing for like another 45 minutes. All right, Alison. No. Stop it. Moving on. Love you, Alison. I did sit here like for a very long time though. I could have done something. You know what it was though? Is I had just I had just drank a cup of coffee, like at like 7 o'clock, so I was fucking like ready. And then, yeah, and then I was like, oh shit, why did I drink all this caffeine? I got nothing to do. So I sat here and played like South Park Phone Destroyer on my cell phone for like 2 hours. Oh man, it's all fun. It's all good. It's all good. All right, next up, Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. I think you and I are, like I said, pretty much. I would be absolutely shocked if Becky walked away winning this. However, the build to this feud is really good. I mean, Becky, as much as like it's like weird because this is one where Rhea is the heel, but the fans just absolutely fucking adore her. I just went to Monday Night Raw like 2 weeks ago, and I even got the only shirt that was bought that day was like the Mommy's Always on Top shirt. I bought that shit, and then I realized how weird is that going to be with me wearing that at like 35 walking around. So
I wear mine. She's my mommy shirt all the time. Fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one because like Becky cut a really impassioned promo on Monday Night Raw. Rhea said that your daughter's gonna call me mommy, and Becky was like, you only get one. And then she talked about how her dad died before he got to see her daughter, and that he would, you know, if there's as proud as he was as all of her wrestling accomplishments, he'd be even more proud of her as a mother. And like she's fucking crying and impassioned. And I was like, God damn, this is like the best babyface promo in WWE outside of Cody Rhodes.
It's the best babyface promo that Becky's ever done. It's the first time where I, not just as the man, but just like as a performer and a babyface, it's the first time I really like I took a step back. I was like, damn, this she's fucking cooking. Like it's sappy as shit. And it's some like, but like you could feel it like coming through the screen. Like,
yeah.
And to me too, through the whole show, you could tell that there was no like scripts. You could tell everybody just got bullet points and was like, go be the stars we know y'all are.
Dude, and then she jacked Dominic Mysterio in the jaw.
Dropped his ass stiff.
So
everybody's
good.
like, why didn't Seth come out and help his girl? Like, because she knocked this nigga out. By the time Seth got down the ring, they was already dragging Dominic out on the fucking stretcher and broke his fucking jaw.
Fucking Pat McAfee was getting off to that slow-mo replay.
Yeah.
And
I love that part about McAfee too. Like, he's clearly the heel commentator, but he hates fucking Dominic with a passion, calls him a hillbilly and shit, all types of shit. Like, that's the shit I fucking love, because that's real life. Because just because people are bad guys doesn't mean that they're all cool. Bad guys hate everybody. They hate other bad guys. They hate good guys. They hate grandmas. They hate kids in the fucking crowd. They hate other bad guys. Like, people hate other people. It doesn't mean just because we're all heels, we're all cool. No, sometimes I just don't like that motherfucker. I don't like his mullet. I don't like he fucking comes to the ring in a cutoff. Like, he just don't like him, and that is real life, and makes me more invested in it, and makes me take Pat McAfee more serious as a commentator, with them bringing him in to be like the real sports dude and the real color guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that gives him more credibility. Like, man, fuck Dominic Mysterio. Like, I don't know why, I just don't like that motherfucker's face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, Pat McAfee.
While he's got the fucking Rock fucking Versace shirt on too, so he's clearly the heel. You know what I'm saying? But still hating on the other heel. That's fucking fire.
Yeah, no, he is such a breath of fresh air to the wrestling product. It's just a damn shame. He's just one of those guys that is, you know, like other performers. He's bigger than the product. You know what I mean? You know.
But he was built for this. Like, he was.
But we're just super fortunate. He's a wrestling fan, and that he loves doing what he's doing. And him and Michael Cole have like the best chemistry ever. But yeah, he is by far like his, and it's not just Pat McAfee. It is his chemistry with Michael Cole.
That's another thing too.
Oh my gosh!
Normally when Michael Cole's with a heel guy, they're at each other's neck, back and forth, talking shit. He is at McAfee's neck talking shit, but you can tell they love each other, and it's more like big brother picking on little brother shit back and forth. It's not like this is the babyface announcer, this is the heel announcer. So they have different opinions. Like, they fuck with each other. Like him giving him the standing ovation at Mania when he came back, and all of it, like you said, all that, their chemistry, McAfee's like realness that he brings and everything. Like it just sucks we only get him 6 months out of the year.
Yeah. No, it's. But is a damn good 6 months.
It's
and it
worth
leads
it.
up to WrestleMania. Because I think that's what he said, right? He's just here till WrestleMania and then he makes his exit.
That's normally when it is because he leaves because he does the college football shit. It normally starts like around. It doesn't start till September, but he starts doing like the spring games and all that other shit and all too. So I think it is maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was SummerSlam last year. I can't remember.
Not sure. Did you happen to see his the video of him cracking Michael Cole up over the Puma? Yeah, dude. Look, check this out, man. This shit's hilarious right here.
Ricochet so quick as a Puma. We're going to talk about how quick Pumas are. I think it's whole.
That's what I'm talking about. That right there.
I'm excited to see that video of that.
Oh my God. I was just not expecting that response.
Have we ever seen Michael
Cole just fucking glowing? Like,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Have we ever seen Michael Cole look like he's having a great time at the fucking desk?
Oh, man. No, man, because the most famous Michael Cole clip that you had up until Pat McAfee came around was him essentially getting cussed out for talking back to Vince McMahon about the $9.99. He's like, do you want me to say $9.99 like 17 more times and just flip it out on a hot mic? And yeah, that was like the most famous Cole clip until Pat McAfee came around. So
he literally looked like when you're with your little brother and shit, he's like making like fart jokes and shit. And you shouldn't be laughing at it because you're an adult, but you can't help it because it's fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you like the camaraderie there, like it's fucking amazing. And like, you could feel their energy when they're together, and it makes the product feel better too, because you know that these aren't just two dudes that they threw together. Like, these are two dudes that have a relationship, that are good friends, and that enjoy working with each other. And I don't think people understand like how much that matters with like in the ring and on commentary. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it translates through
yeah. Just like when we talk about when good friends wrestle each other, one's a heel and one's a face, and they beat the shit out of each other, and it just feel that energy is different.
Yeah,
it's the same on commentary. Like, they're giving each other shit, they're talking shit about each other, but like it you want to watch it. Like, you'd be okay just watching them, not even watching the match sometimes, just watching them go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I told you back when it had started airing, that was the whole reason I liked watching AEW Dark, was the chemistry Excalibur and Taz had.
Yeah.
When they, it wasn't a Dynamite production where they could just like riff with each other, because it really was just them cracking each other up for like fucking 2 to 3 hours every like Monday or whenever they were airing.
Yeah, and you getting to see them, both their knowledge, but then also too the fact that they've known each other for 30 years. And like you said, no one's really watching them, so they're like letting loose. Even Excalibur, like, he wasn't his fucking like button, even though he's in a fucking mask.
It's what you hear about. It's what you hear about like the house shows. Mm-hmm. They don't have to take it as seriously. They can go out there and have fun and be a little bit looser and more goofy with the fans. And oftentimes that's what ends up selling those house shows, is just how much fun people have and everything.
Exactly.
So yeah. Moving on to people that also hit really hard. Gunther taking on Sami Zayn. This one feels like it's also another easy prediction for the pay-per-view, mainly because they have that Bash at Berlin show coming up, which feels like it's going to be headlined by Gunther, and you're probably going to want him walking in there with the Intercontinental title. I don't know, maybe he loses the belt and he goes in there challenging for the World Championship, something. But given Bash,
I was with you on that about him losing. Like, I always thought it was him losing so they can push him up to the world thing, but then when I saw that pay-per-view, maybe not.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Bash at Berlin, I feel like I'd be a little bit more up in the air with this one, but I feel pretty secure in picking Gunther for the win here. Once again, also Sami Zayn, he's had this on-again, off-again character arc for the last year where he keeps losing, but it unlike other wrestlers who just lose and it kind of goes under the rug, Sami Zayn, that's his whole arc week in and week out, is he's trying to turn it around. Like, he's actively trying to turn his winning streak around, or his losing streak, and most recently Gunther got in his head and he lost to Bronson Reed. So apparently we're going to get like a 1 week of Chad Gable, I'm assuming, like training montage.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I'm with that too.
Yeah, but with that all being said, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like it lines up correctly. I feel like Gunther's going to walk away with the win. Should be a really fun match, though. I bet they're going to win us over by the end of that match, though.
Yeah, no, I was actually talking. My buddy that just walked in. Me and him were talking about that. Like, yeah, we both thought Sammy would fucking win so they could bump Gunther up. But now that pay-per-view, I think Gunther probably is going to win too.
Yeah. The United States Championship match: Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. I feel like this is a sleeper hit. I feel like this is going to be a lot of fun. It's the same song and dance whenever you talk about Logan Paul. The guy is just it's sickeningly like natural at this. Yeah. He is what? Here's my hot take. He is what WWE thought they had with Ronda Rousey. Did you hear Becky Lynch's recent comments on Ronda?
No.
So to paraphrase, essentially what Becky Lynch said was Ronda Rousey was mishandled by WWE. She came in, had that great match with Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Stephanie McMahon, and then WWE essentially said, "Oh, you know how to wrestle. Go ahead, you've got this." And Ronda clearly was in over her head. She had a good match. She had a good foundation, but she needed a lot of work to get her there. And WWE just assuming that she could wrestle and treating her like she could kind of was her own detriment. However, the opposite can be said about Logan Paul. Logan Paul, turns out the guy can wrestle. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he probably isn't putting in the work behind the scenes, but the guy clearly has the a little bit more of a natural talent for it, and it translates through the television. If you never heard of Logan Paul beforehand and you just tuned in and started watching WWE for the first time, he wouldn't stand out any more than any other wrestler on the roster. He would blend right in with everybody.
Like else. If they didn't tell us about fucking the energy drink and the podcast and everything, and you just took all that out, you would think he was just another wrestler on the roster for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. It's fucking awesome too. Like I'm saying, it's like.
Well, you can tell he took it serious. He even said that he was going to focus a little bit more on wrestling, being at his WrestleMania season. So he's been training and stuff. I forgot the guys he's been training with, but I think they said he moved to Florida and everything.
Oh, I didn't know any of that. You know, I just naturally assumed that he was just behind the scenes trying to get some reps in between his appearances. Because he hasn't really had much of a hiccup in his tenure so far. With that being said, the structure of the match being a triple threat match feels like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton are going to cancel each other out. They'll probably end up costing each other the match. We'll have a lot of fun spots in here because Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are face, and they're going to do like the little like wink and nudge thing where it's like, you all want us to beat up Logan Paul a bunch, so they'll just beat him up. But then by the time it comes for one of them to pick up the W, they'll cancel each other out. Logan Paul will probably just sneak a victory. With that being said, it's probably going to be a fun-ass match. I think so.
I don't know about this one, man. I think it's going to be Logan, but then I really don't know. Like, I think it might be Randy, because Randy hasn't really had any championships in a long time since the tag team titles with Riddle and shit. So
with RK Bro.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We'll see. What do you think of the stunner into RKO combo they got going on?
I fucks with it.
Yeah. Austin Theory. Austin Theory, I think, is gonna if he's not careful, he's gonna turn into like Dolph Ziggler, where he's just gonna learn his niches he can sell really fucking good. You know what I mean? He can come out and lose, and he can just sell like $1 million. He sells stunners, insane, like absolutely insane. He sells Kevin Owens stunner, Stone Cold stunner is where he jumped up and essentially just he outdid like Scott Hall's way of selling it, which Scott Hall's sell was.
I would normally agree with you, but again, another one of Triple H's guys.
Yeah. I don't know though, man. Triple H
might. You don't know. He's literally been a jobber, but is he not always in the second tier storylines. Always.
I feel like Grayson Waller is taking his spot. I feel like Grayson Waller is taking the spot they maybe originally had planned for Austin Theory.
I don't even think that. I think they went with the hot guy. But my thing is, it doesn't matter. Austin Theory's still there.
He is there. Well, same with Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler was there. He was one of the most consistent wrestlers. Dolph Ziggler was the Natalia of the men's division. Okay, he was always there.
Also wasn't 23 years old.
That is true. That is true. It is true. All right. So this is a match that I feel like this is like the one match where I'm like, dude, am I not getting it? Like, where am I off? Because I'm extremely psyched for Jimmy versus Jay Uso in WrestleMania, but it feels like anytime I peek online, people are cold on this. Like, a lot of people maybe not excited.
It's
not sure what's going on.
It's not so much people are cold on it. It's more so like they haven't really had any real like interactions to build on the match. Like, it's all been bloodline stuff. It hasn't been like them with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no like individual build. They're wrapped up in the bloodline Cody shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's from what I've seen. Like, yeah, people are cold on. A lot of people are not cold on the match. They're cold on the build and everything revolving around the match. Like, this should have been set up like a blood feud with them fucking each other up, back and forth to each other's shows, all types of shit. And it kind of started out that way when Jimmy was coming over to Raw and shit. But then it, like I said, then once The Rock came, everybody just got kind of fucking sucked up in the eye of the storm with that. So from what I've seen, like the people that I listen to, the other podcast stuff that I listen to, like that's mainly what the senses that I've got is that we haven't got a real like them having their own one-on-one build. Like, it's just all part of the bloodline storyline.
Yeah, I mean, they had Jimmy come out and cost Jay his Intercontinental match. That was like what officially kicked it off. Like, we're okay, this is the match that we're getting. And then they both cut promos away from each other. I did see one fair bit of criticism where WWE is still falling into that trope of rewriting history. They recently did that with Cody Rhodes telling Roman that it was him and Dustin that originally was the first team to beat the Shield when I guess it was Team Hell No with Randy Orton. And then with this one, there was that promo between Jimmy and Jay where Jimmy claimed Jay left the bloodline when it was Jimmy who was the one that fired the first shot for like super kicked Roman and everything. So I saw some criticism there. To be honest, when I was watching the promo, even I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. And but I've just been excited because I feel like they've. You would imagine that they're going to have a ton of chemistry. Like, I feel like I've got way more faith in them wrestling each other than say like when the Hardy Boys faced off against each other. So I think I'm stoked for the match. I just haven't seen that much excitement for it online, and I think like other people would be anticipating it.
They kind of AEW'd themselves. I think it's a year too late, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like they kind of like.
Well, actually, no.
It's WrestleMania season. We got to shoe it in real quick.
Well, that I think it's sad, but it's not. I forgot they just lost the tag titles last year, so it couldn't be a year too late.
It couldn't be a year too late. But what they could have done was they could have started this shortly after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
they could have skipped on Jey Uso going for the Intercontinental belt. And they could have kicked something off earlier.
Well, see, to me, I think that's what got it jumping was them starting them out and seeing how the crowd was hyped for it. But then again, them having to pivot with the Rock shit, I think that kind of threw like a monkey wrench and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, yeah, Jimmy's also just spent the majority of the time just being, like bloodline henchmen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Him and Solo have been kind of like the same thing. I don't know. This is gonna go to Jay though. Like this yeet, a team yeet all the way. There's no way that Jimmy's gonna walk in there and beat Jay. That's for
unless
sure.
It's some Fugazi shit like Sikoa fucking costing him the match or something like that. But other than that, it's Jay all day for sure.
Yeah.
And the thing about it too, like them niggas is wearing red on SmackDown and he's wearing blue on Raw.
Yeah, I've picked up on that. They wear the opposite colors and shit. My son though, my boys, they fucking love Jay.
All kids love Jay, bro. They got something there.
They do, man. My kids, when we went to Raw, when people were yelling yeet, it's like the woos wouldn't get the kids. You know how everybody at every wrestling show ever, you get stuck like wooing with everybody else. With my boys, it was the yeets. When they heard people yeeting, oh man, that's when my kids would come unglued.
That's their shit.
Yeah,
like finally WWE like found some shit with the kids that actually resonate, and not just like the little kids that we normally think are for the wrestling, but this is like teenagers and like early 20s type motherfuckers saying yeet and shit. There's even a rapper named fucking Yeet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fucking thing, and I think they picked the right type of dude for it because like he's black, but he's not black. He's Samoan. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a little bit of swag to him. Like he's one like Bianca. Like he's one of them people where
he's not a dork. He's not a dork playing his role. Like he's actually like fucking cooler than anybody. If he walks into the room, he's gonna be cooler than everybody else in that fucking room.
That's what I'm saying. Like Bianca, and they finally took advantage of it. Like, and eventually, I think it's gonna be too undeniable to keep him out of the main event picture.
They know it's coming. They know it. They know it. He's gonna. He has to get his time. You
can't call him motherfucking main event Jay and never have him in the main event.
That would be the joke, right? To never be the face of your brand.
But I like too how they are kind of like slow grinding it. Like they're not like he's in and out. Like they're not just like pushing it too much. They're not shoving the yeet shit down our face too much. They brought it back because they knew they had something. You know what I'm saying?
To think they almost abandoned it.
Yeah.
Where they were like, yeah, we can't do yeet. Stop yeeting. Like, dude, to think like they almost. It's like trying to get the crowd to stop chanting fucking yes or woo. Like no, you can't go out there and woo anymore. Like, dude, no. Like that's I think the WWE almost botched that.
I thought it was some legal shit why they had to stop it.
I never looked up. My assumption was that WWE couldn't copyright it.
Yeah, that's what it was. I think somebody else had it copyrighted, but I think they found out that it lapsed. So
that's why lapsed or they bought it or something. Yeah.
It was like some wrestler had bought it during the pandemic or some shit.
Let's see. Do we know who all is in the... I'm trying to see when this article was written. 8 hours ago. So I guess we don't. So one match that still needs to be finished is the tag team ladder match. I'll just make it.
I think tonight the last team gets in on SmackDown, I think.
Yeah, as of the writing, which was yesterday of CBS Sports, there was still 2 more teams left. I'm just gonna say, come out right now. It's gonna be. It doesn't matter who's in the match. It's gonna be R-Truth and The Miz. Like it has to be. Like I could see other teams like DIY and but dude, it's awesome Truth. Like there's nobody else with so much momentum.
That too, but that's why I think that it's not gonna be them. I think that they would want them to win it like.
What's up?
I think they would want them to win it like 1-on-1. That's why I don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think that they would want to win 1-on-1. I don't think they want them to win it on multi-team match. So
you think the Judgment Day would retain just so they can lose it in a straight up tag match?
I don't necessarily even think the Judgment Day will win. Okay. I think that they would rather have Miz and R-Truth win it 1-on-1 so you can like celebrate it and like fucking go Hamilton and not in a multi-person match. I could be wrong, but I totally agree. Like they're the hottest team by far, and they're who everybody wants. So,
I think during the match, R-Truth is going to grab Damian Priest's Money in the Bank briefcase, and he's going to try to hang it up so he can take it down. I wish that was me coming up with that. I read that somewhere else, and I thought that was hilarious. It does seem like that because, R-Truth has to have some type of like oblivious moment in the match.
Yeah,
and him trying to win the Money in the Bank, I feel like that's the one to get right there. There's a lot of fucking matches. LA Knight and AJ Styles. This is one that's been like a kind of like a low simmer of a match. They haven't really. They get some time every week to interact, but the story is almost non-existent. AJ's mad because LA Knight got a match when he was injured, and LA Knight's mad because he fucking got beat up by AJ Styles. This is one where it's kind of weird because you don't really want either guy to lose, but I guess if one was going to lose, it would have to be AJ because AJ Styles, has been world champ. He's kind of peaked. It feels like he's not going to hit the heights that he has already hit in WWE. Where LA Knight, you kind of want him to be able to climb higher in the company. So you would think LA Knight would get the win here, but this one I really don't know.
I don't know either. And you kind of want to say it should go to LA because he's new, but he's not. He's probably older than fucking AJ.
That's why I was careful how I worded it. It's like LA Knight just has like a higher ceiling to hit than maybe AJ at this point.
I don't really necessarily think that's true either.
Yeah. No, you're right. Very, very well has already peaked. That's a very distinct possibility.
And my thing with AJ is all it takes is a couple matches and AJ's back in the fucking main event, 5-star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kind of like a Bryan Danielson over at AEW. He can kind of hang out and do nothing, and then out of nowhere,
main
boom,
event.
Yeah, main
and
event.
win the title, and nobody would blink a fucking eye. Be like, oh, why the fuck is he in?
No, you'd be like, oh fuck yeah, AJ's champ again. Like we love AJ. Yeah,
and that's the thing, like how AJ coming from somebody else and not being a WWE guy, but still has that cachet.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's to me, like I said, like I never really got in. Like I like LA Knight, but I've never really I haven't been like all on board like most people are. Like I think he should win this match because, like you said, I feel like he's got the most momentum, and he was again like they fucked up. They fucking hangmaned him. Like when he was on that hot streak and shit, he should have fucking already won a title or something by now. Like I think he kind of cooled off.
Yeah, he got hot when clearly during that time where clearly that belt was not going to leave Roman's waist.
No.
And so he just kind of became like an afterthought. You knew you couldn't invest in him, and once you feel like you can't invest in a wrestler, that naturally is gonna cool him off. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Now, I'll go against the grain on this one. I can't play every pick safe. I'm gonna go AJ wins this one, but LA Knight's gonna get his win back at a Backlash, the following pay-per-view.
I was gonna pick AJ too, honestly.
There you go. And the last match that's listed, the women's tag team match, Kabuki Warriors taking on Bianca Belair and Naomi. Another one that's kind of hard to pick, just because neither team right now honestly has like the biggest momentum. Kabuki Warriors are just kind of backing up Io Sky in her feud with Bayley, and Bianca and Naomi just feel like, hey, look, we got nothing to do right now. I think I'm going to give it to Bianca and Naomi just because Naomi just returned at the Royal Rumble, and they don't want her to seem like an afterthought right away. And besides, the Asuka and Kairi Sane aren't the focal point of the group anyway, so them losing belts is kind of inconsequential. Not to mention, if Bayley is to win, it'd be weird if Io Sky lost and the Kabuki Warriors were still strong. So yeah, I'm going to give it to Bianca and Naomi.
And I'm just going to Bianca to keep her streak alive, too. That's the only reason I'm picking her.
Hell yeah. Couple things. Do we get an announcement? Here we go. We'll do couple little prop bets. Why not while we're here? Before we sign off for the night. Does Jade Cargill make the event?
Yes.
You think that they'll get her a match for the event?
You can't have your biggest match of the year and not have your biggest free agent signing not show up for something.
Not to mention, this is weird because I can't really think of another wrestler that I've felt this way about. But maybe you can help. Jade Cargill just feels like she's meant to have grand entrances too.
Yeah.
And kind of like look at like Bianca's entrance, I think, to last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah, when she had the little girls come out,
the girls dancing and shit.
Yeah.
You can do something similar with Jade Cargill. Like she feels like you'd want to take advantage of just like her presentation. Well,
not even that. You got to remember, we always have that random like wrestler come in and beat somebody up for talking shit type of moment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always somebody. We always have that spot where somebody who's doesn't got a match somehow ends up on the show and gets some sort of time. So I just don't think that. And you have to keep her somewhat in the mind's eye too, especially since we haven't seen her since Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah. I think she's due to actually appear on tonight's SmackDown. They announced her for tonight's SmackDown, I believe.
So yeah, no. Well, she's on SmackDown. She's gonna be on. She's definitely gonna make.
She's got to have something. Yeah, she'll come out and do
it.
like
Might
a
even be to
squash
help
match.
fucking Bianca in them.
You think so?
Because we keep forgetting Kabuki. They got fucking what's her name? The kicking bitch.
Dakota Sky or Dakota
Yeah.
Kai. Yeah, Dakota. Yeah. She could just round out the third member.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like they force them because they're all like black women.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
but those 3 black women with an entrance at fucking WrestleMania, tell me that wouldn't look like $1 million though.
I wouldn't even put them together. They're because you got to think with Bianca.
All their entrances are so good by themselves.
That's what I'm
too.
saying. Like,
yeah, they all have.
she might have the best entrance overall. You know what I'm saying? The whole fucking company. With the hair and the fucking black lights and shit.
What do they just do like a mashup? What do they just do a mashup? They got black lights for Naomi. They're doing Stomp.
Those never turn out. The only mashup that ever turned out good was the bar.
The bars, yeah, it was too, wasn't it? That was really good.
And they made it like that because they did like the fucking Super Saiyan fucking
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like other than that, all those other matchups fucking suck where they play like 10 seconds of one wrestler song and go into the other. Like, nah, let's just keep it simple.
Hey, to a lesser degree, MJF and Adam Cole's mashup was pretty good too. Actually, yeah, that was pretty good.
My only thing is like if they're gonna do this, make them a real fucking tag team. Bianca and
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean those singles divisions are probably going to be locked up for a little bit. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not build on that tag division? You know.
And then if you do a mashup some way or even something new with them with the glow lights and then the EST shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'd be down with that. I'd be down with that.
There's potential.
Yeah, there's definitely potential. Not just because they're 2 black girls, even though I get it.
No. Their story is really good too because they're brought together through Bailey, because Bianca is holding onto her resentment for the shit Bailey put her through.
Yeah.
Where Naomi is saying like, look, I just came here, I just got here, but we have to get over it. You know, like I can see what's going on right now, and we have bigger things to worry about than what someone did in their past.
And I mean, Bailey's her best fucking friend, so
yeah. But it brings it does bring like a reason for them to be together, other than like, hey, you're just like 2 black women on the same.
No. I'm agreeing with you. And I'm saying, but the fact that they're best friends and that all that shit came out of them going to see Mercedes at AEW and shit, like it plays into what you're saying. Like, nah, bro, this my homie. Like, you my homie, but this my homie too. Like, we could all be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we got other shit we need to worry about. Like, yeah, that shit's over, bro. We need to worry about these bitches beating our ass right now.
Yeah. That's good. All right, cool. Yeah, so Naomi and Bianca, they're gonna win these belts. That's and they'll have at some point WWE will make a fucking awesome mashup entrance for the 2. I'm calling it now.
And I think I like it too because Bianca can take some of the talking and some of the lameness that Naomi has on the mic. Because like as dope as she is in the ring and her entrance, like she is just fucking. I just can't like. And she's black too, a beautiful black woman. Like I want to pull the race card and just love her, but like she's just always been so fucking lame to me. And like I never really like could get behind her like on the mic. Like I never like everything felt forced or like she was memorizing shit. Like, and I think if you put them 2 together, she can bounce off Bianca, and Bianca can take the bulk of the talking where we can just focus on what Naomi's good at, which is her bomb ass fucking entrance, that fat ass. And how dope she is in the ring.
I'm trying to think of somebody else who I preferred their tag team chemistry dynamic, like as far as like mic skills and stuff over their singles. And I think, you know, who comes to mind is actually Chris Jericho. When, because Chris Jericho to me was always kind of like, when he was in WWE, by the way, it was like, I was never like, I never hated the guy, but he never like blew me away when he was on the mic. But the moment I saw his chemistry with how him and Kevin Owens interacted with each other, I couldn't get enough of it. I loved how they retorted with each other and stuff. Maybe we'll get something similar with Bianca Belair.
Some people are just better in a group. You know what I'm saying? Like we all got that one friend who like you'd never hang out with him one-on-one, but when he's in a fucking crowd, he's fucking you want, if you're having a party, you want him fucking there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. The problem, do we get a cash in?
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say when my buddy was here, me and him to talk about it. I don't know if it's gonna happen now because, like I said, that pay-per-view shit with Gunther threw a wrench in what I originally had going. But what I originally was gonna say for this thing was Sammy was gonna win, or whoever was gonna win, Damian was gonna cash in. And I was saying I was gonna pick Gunther to win, and then Damian cash in on him because they all been beefing and shit anyway. And so it would kind of work out perfect. And it still might, because Damian could cash in, win, and then Gunther fights him at the German pay-per-view or whatever and get it back.
Okay. And then the last one, and this one's specifically for you, Oren. It's rumored that all Undertaker, Stone Cold, and John Cena are going to be at the event, all in non-performing roles as far as like matches and stuff. It's just rumored that they're going to have like a segment. Do they sacrifice a young talent in WWE tradition so that all guys can get their finishers off to some up-and-comer?
Yes, but it's going to be some NXT guys or some Joe Bears. Triple H,
Okay.
Triple H does not do that. And think about all his time at NXT and everything. He doesn't, even when Undertaker and them went to NXT, they didn't really sacrifice anybody, really.
He did give a chokeslam to someone, didn't he?
Yeah, it was like one of the niggas from a tag team or something. Like, it wasn't nobody like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he helped Carmelo, which gave Carmelo the rub.
Yeah. What are you doing? My son's right here. He's messing with something, and I'm nervous because there's like a $400 light, a $2,000 camera, and then all of this stuff, and he's just in the middle of it, and I have to act like he's not just dangerously close to my stuff. What are you doing? You just nothing? Okay, that's cool. That's all right. Keep doing nothing. Just don't break anything, please. All right, man. That's going to do it for predictions.
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Yeah, I'll make you some ice cream. Give me like 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Okay, careful. Get out of here slowly. You want to say hi?
Yeah.
All right, you can say hi to Art. Here you go. You have to get over here in front of the camera. All right, hold on. Here we go. There he is.
What's up, bro?
Oh, here you go. You can't hear him. Hold on, you just the only way you can hear him. Say hey.
Hey.
What's up, buddy? I told you about our karate match is happening. Me and your dad just planned it, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Gotta
have
look
a
at the
karate
camera
match.
when you talk to him. Over here. This is the camera, because that's
We're
where
gonna
he
have
is.
a karate match. I'm ready, bro. I'm telling you. You better have your boards ready.
Alright, say peace.
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 Alright, I'll go get you some ice cream. Go on out there. Go put SmackDown on.
I'm going to SmackDown on.
You didn't know SmackDown was on?
No.
Yeah, it's on. Go put it on.
Well, I don't know what it is on.
Get your brother. Oh, God. It is weird. Only in the headphones and camera scenario is he shy. Like, if you were here face to face and you were like, yeah, I'm going to do karate with you, he'll fucking, like, kick you in the leg and try to take you down. But, it's only with all of this, with the lights, it gets, like,
That's an idea
struck.
for a photo shoot when we get there. Like us having like a fucking Street Fighter shit. With
Oh,
the
yeah?
boys. Fire.
That'd be fun. I'm going to try to soak up some advice from Adam while he's around, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I can convince him to, like, maybe he's got like an old lens he doesn't need. That's what gets me going now. That's what gets me hot. RN.
Well, his shit is mostly
Camera
like,
lenses.
Yeah, he's into that too, but mostly his stuff's just videography. I don't know, but we'll talk about it. We'll start.
It's all the same equipment. It's all the same.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
that's
shoot
right.
pictures or do you shoot videos? It's all the same equipment though. He just has more audio equipment than I do, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah. So speaking of camera stuff, I guess we didn't really talk about it much. I made the mistake of offering free work online, RN, and my entire month of April.
Oh no, we did talk about that. That's what we talked about today.
Yeah, got booked. Dude, kayfabe, fucking dude. But got booked. I'm like gonna be busy like all the way through April. I'm really excited though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really excited.
Good
You know what?
practice.
Yeah, and you know what helps too is like beforehand, because I did a photo shoot for my kid's Taekwondo class, and I was nervous there because it was like one event, and I just wanted that one event to be perfect. But now that I've got like so many things lined up, I think it takes the nerves off of me, because it's like,
Yeah.
dude, you don't have time to stress about one thing.
No.
You're just gonna have to go out, do your
Gotta do
best
it.
job, and then you're on to the next one. You know. And so that actually kind of takes almost like the nerves away, was just
Yeah.
forcing myself to line up with that much work. That way I don't like over fixate on one thing.
Well, I'm happy for you, man. I'm proud of you too, man.
Appreciate it, dude. I
Spoken
just,
into existence.
just hoping it turns into down the road.
Hope is not a strategy. We're gonna talk about hope.
It's gonna turn into money.
Happen. Exactly.
It's gonna turn into money. One of these people is gonna hire me on for a future job, or they're gonna talk to somebody who's gonna talk to somebody. And but yeah, but no, I'm excited, man. I finally got something going on. I was you got the dog kennel. I heard you mentioned earlier. Unfortunately, one of your puppies passed.
Yeah, it was a bad day for us, but we'll get through it. I mean, it kind of just happens. Like, it sucks, but we'll keep moving. We'll keep pushing. We always do.
Yes, sir. Do you have any litters on the ground right now available for sale?
Yeah, I got one litter on the ground. I got another coming in a couple weeks.
So Route 4 Kennels on Facebook, right?
Facebook,
there it
Instagram.
is. Now, is it Route 4 Kennel or Kennels?
Kennels with the S.
With an S. Your T-shirt needs to have an S then.
It wouldn't fit on the. It wouldn't fit on it if I put another S. The font didn't look right. Trust me, I tried.
All right, y'all. Hey, you guys, tune in next week. We'll be back probably Friday because the stupid trivia show that I got stood up for got rescheduled for next Thursday. So tune in next Thursday. Bot spots and chair shots. Yours truly is going to be a guest appearance, and I'm going to give them hell all over again. You and I, we might shoot Thursday before then, like, or otherwise we'll do it Friday. If you guys want,
we'll probably work out Thursday before, maybe like 7.
Maybe, yeah. It just depends on how everything falls.
Yeah, just let me know. If not, we can shoot same time next week. It'll work.
Yeah, it's all the same. If you guys because you never know when we're going to do this, just go ahead, follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/SmackedRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackedRawPodcast, and you'll be notified whenever we decide to actually go live and do these things. Thank you for everybody that showed up in the live chat today. Love you guys.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, and until next time, y'all have a good one.
See y'all next week.